You know the feeling. You clicked on your favorite website and nothing. Just that spinning wheel of doom. We've all been there, right? The internet's down and you feel totally powerless. But what if I told you that your computer has a built-in detective agency, just waiting to crack the case? Okay, let's dive in and learn how to solve these internet mysteries ourselves. And this, right here, is the scene of the crime. You've got the Wi-Fi symbol with that little exclamation mark, or the no internet globe. These are the first clues that something is definitely wrong. Is it your computer, your router, your internet provider, or maybe the website itself? It's a classic whodunit, really.
And that's the big question, isn't it? I mean, you could just start unplugging things and hoping for the best, but a good detective has a method. You got to gather evidence, you got to question the suspects, and you got to follow the trail. And today, we're going to learn exactly how to do that.
Every detective needs their kit. And you know what? Ours is surprisingly simple. We're not going to be using any fancy, expensive software. Our main tool is something that's been built right into Windows since, well, forever. This is it, the command prompt. I know, it might look a little intimidating, kind of like something out of a 90s hacker movie. But trust me, this thing is your absolute best friend for network troubleshooting. Think of it as your magnifying glass and your fingerprint kit all rolled into one. All right, so every good investigation starts at the source. Before we go blaming the router or the internet company, we have to question our first and most important suspect, our own computer. Is the problem actually starting right here on our machine? And our first tool for this investigation is the ipconfig command. The best way to think about this is like you're pulling out your computer's network ID card. It tells you everything you need to know, who your computer is on the network, its address, and where it gets its directions. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. We've just uncovered some major clues. See that IPv4 address? That's your computer's unique address right there on your home network. And the default gateway? Well, that's the address of your router. It's the doorway to the internet. These two pieces of information are absolutely critical for our case. Now, sometimes your computer's ID card might have some old or just plain bad information on it. Using /release and then /renew is kind of like asking your router for a brand new, fresh address. And /flushdns? That command clears out your computer's memory of website addresses. You see, sometimes it hangs on to old info, and flushing it can instantly fix those weird issues where just one specific website won't load. So how do we confirm our main suspect is even working properly? We use this very first test. Pinging this special address, 127.0.0.1, doesn't actually send anything out onto the network. It's a loopback. It's literally the computer sending a message to itself. If this fails, you know right away that the problem is with your computer's own software before you even bother checking cables. Okay, so it looks like our computer has an alibi. It's working just fine. So our investigation now moves outward. The next logical suspect is the local network itself. Is the problem somewhere between the computer and the router? Let's find out. Remember that default gateway address we found with ipconfig? Well, now we get to use it. The ping command sends a tiny little data packet to that address. Basically, we're shouting Marco at the router, and we're just waiting to hear it shout Polo back. And this shows you the two possible outcomes perfectly. If you get replies back, like you see in that top example, that means your computer and router are chatting away happily. Case closed on the local network. But if you see requests timed out, the trail's gone cold. The router isn't answering. The problem is right there, inside your house. Okay, so our computer's good and it can talk to our router. This means the problem has to be somewhere out there, on the big, wide internet. The next step for our detective work is to trace the exact path our data is taking to get to its final destination. And this is where a command called tracert comes in. It's short for traceroute, and it does exactly what it sounds like. It maps out every single stop your data makes on its journey. Each stop is a different router, and this command shows us the entire chain. And this is how we build our case. See, each numbered line is a hop on the journey. The first hop is our router, the next few are probably our internet provider. But then, look at this. At hops 8, 9, and 10, we get a request timed out. This tells us exactly where the connection is failing. It's not our computer, it's not our router, it's a specific device out there on the internet. Now, tracert is great, but it's got a more advanced partner, pathping. Think of it like this. Tracert just shows you the map. Pathping shows you the map And then it runs a super detailed health check on every single stop along the way, telling you if any of them are slow or dropping your data. It's a much more thorough interrogation. So, with these tools, you can pretty much solve most common internet mysteries. You now know how to check your own PC, your local network, and how to trace a connection across the globe. But let's add just a couple more specialized tools to your kit for different kinds of cases. Here it is, your big takeaway, the detective's cheat sheet. So, IPing config is for checking your ID, ping is to see if anyone's home, tracert is to follow the map. And we're adding 2 more to the kit, NSLOOKUP for checking the internet's phone book, and netstat, which shows you all the calls being made. This is a great thing to keep handy. Let's just touch on those last 2 real quick. Sometimes the connection is fine, but the internet's address book, which is called DNS, is the problem. NSLOOKUP lets you investigate that directly, and netstat is really cool. It shows you every single active internet connection your computer has open. It's like a detailed log of all incoming and outgoing calls. So there you have it. You are no longer helpless. You're a digital detective. You've got the tools and you've got the procedure. The next time you see that dreaded no internet icon, you'll know exactly where to start looking for clues. The only question is, what case are you going to crack first?